Everyone, welcome to returning viewers, welcome back to returning viewers, welcome to new viewers, and welcome. I got a lot of new subscribers this week and I'm so appreciative and so thankful for that. And I'm very happy. I had talked last week about some of the frustrations of a channel growing when you're not known in another way in the field, in the hand knit field. And I did some tweaks and it looks like they're working, so I'm really happy. And I'm also really happy that I have some new subscribers, so welcome back, new subscribers. Welcome, new subscribers. I really want to do some giveaways, so if this is your first time watching me, I am planning a giveaway for when I reach 500 subscribers. So subscribe. So I have an amazing library of indie dyed yarns. So if you're into indie dyed yarns, I am going to be giving away some of my stash, some of my personal stash. Along with, I have a couple really good books by some, that are knitwear oriented, that I really want to give away. So I'm hoping that we get to the 500 mark soon so I could do that. Yeah, so it's a gorgeous day here in northern New Jersey. We're having our first real spring weather. Flowers are starting to, the flowering bushes are starting to produce buds. Nothing's opened yet, but it's really cool to see forsythia and lilac and the flowering trees, magnolias and dogwoods starting to really get nice fat buds that are going to open soon. It's a really nice feeling. So I want to talk about what I'm wearing. This is an old sweater. I knitted in 2002 or 2003. I don't really remember exactly. I don't have a lot of my old knits. This is my, I would say my second oldest hand knit that I own. I've been knitting since 1985. So, no, sorry, 82. I've been knitting since 82. And I don't know. I gifted a lot of stuff. I also I guess I probably cleared out. I had, those horrible first knits that no one loves but your mom maybe, or your grandma. And I don't know what I did with them. Anyway, still have this one. This is from, as I said, 2002, 2003. The yarn, I looked it up on Ravelry before recording this so that I could tell you about it. The yarn is by Lang Company, L-A-N-G. They're a Switzerland-based company. This yarn is discontinued. It's called Shannon, and it's a really cool, you're going to see a little bit of pilling because, as I said, it's an old sweater. It got a lot of wear when I first made it. There we go. So it's a nice heather. It's an alpaca merino. No, sorry, I'm not sure it's merino. It may be. Acrylic is in there too. It's a blend. It's a blended yarn, commercial made. And I bought it in Ireland. I was there for my sister's wedding. And it was one of our last days. We'd taken a long trip for her wedding. Irish weddings are long. There's several days. At least they were then. And I think I was just like cruising for gifts in Dublin before we left, and I found this. It was called Shannon, which is my name. Sorry, did I say who I am? I'm Shannon Bellum. Nice to meet you, virtually. I go by Bellum Make on almost all the interweb platforms, Instagram and Ravelry, and yeah, all that's on the screen now, so you should be able to find me pretty easily. And yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, I bought the yarn. I bought a sweater's quantity of it, and I knit this sweater. The sweater, the reason I don't wear it much is because it's cropped, which was a really hot style in the late 90s and early 2000s, and I don't know, I couldn't figure out how to wear a cropped sweater on my middle-aged body. But this week, I realized I had a skirt that was high-waisted, so I popped this on just to see how it looked, and it looked fine. I'll put a picture here of my outfit. I took a selfie before I went to work. Actually, I lied. I took it when I got home because I was really happy with the way it worked out. And putting this on and wearing it inspired me to think more about crop sweaters. So I realized that crop styles are things that people still want. I don't like to make things that I don't also want to wear. That's a knit truth. So yeah. Anyway, Martha is wearing, it's poorly styled because I did a little, like, I don't know. I was looking at her before and unstyling her. And she's wearing the shawl that lived, my prototype for the pattern that I wrote. It's a shawl pattern. It's got a lot of versatility. It's asymmetrical. I'll pop a picture in here so you can see how it looks. But I realized the last couple of times I've talked about this shawl, I've only popped pictures in, and then I say to myself, well, I have the actual shawl, so I should actually show it. I want to show you the lace trim that I talked about last time that I designed. Sorry if you're hearing squeaking. My lovely little cat is playing. I cracked open some windows because it's so nice out, and he's all wound up now. He's a 100% indoor cat, so outside smells get him really excited. Anyway, I digress. Here we go. Here's the knit trim that I designed. What's cool about it is that it's knit this way. So you knit it across this way. So these spikes are really long rows that you do. Sorry, there you go. You can see how it's kind of in garter style. It's knit all the rows basically, and you knit really long rows, and then you knit some shorter ones in between, and you get this like sort of sawtooth style. So yeah, so that's this shawl. It's knit, the colors I picked for Night Sky and it's actually called Starry Night, and then a yellowy color for a lightning bolt because it's got the lightning bolt pattern on it. And what else can I tell you about it? Yeah, it's an easy knit. It's got a lot of garter in it, a lot of restful garter rows in between some lace rows. So what else I can tell you about it? Moving into my works in progress. I don't have any finished objects this week. I'll have some soon. But yeah, what else I can tell you about it is that I'm working on a second one, and this has been on my needles for quite a while, and I'm really looking forward to getting it off my needles, especially because I'm doing a couple other shawls right now, so I've got a lot of shawls on the needle. And how many shawls do you need? I don't know. I seem to keep making them. But anyway, this is the second shawl that I'm making, and this one is a pink version. It's pink because I thought it would be really cool to show people who who maybe don't like yellow, though I'm not yellow's so hot right now, but okay, if you don't like yellow, that's cool. Yellow's also tough to wear. It's tough for certain skin tones to wear, so I get it. But I thought like maybe showing it in a different color might you know, inspire people to do different things. So yeah, the pink lacy portion in this one, in the lightning bolt pattern, is called Hagrid's Umbrella. It's from Teeny Button Studios, and then I chose a multicolor. I want to show you this up close because it's really pretty. Hopefully you see it. There you go. So there's like, I don't know if it's showing on screen for you, but those pops of yellow are like fluorescent yellow. They're really bright, and there's also little hits of pink and purple and blue. It's like a really nice multicolor, and of course black speckles. I love black speckles. If it has black speckles, I probably want it. Probably gonna buy it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm almost done with the third section, which here, sorry Martha, I'm gonna take it off again. So I'm practically done with this section right here, if you can see. So I'm really excited to be on to the last section because it has the shortest amount of lace, which means I should move really quickly. And then after that I can do the trim. And my trim color is so pretty. I think it's the perfect color. It's like a very muted purple, and it's the perfect color to tone down these pinks. So see how that's gonna look? So this is by Twisted Finch. He is a I think Northern English, Northern British Isles yarn dyer. And this color is called Nomad. It's so pretty. I really am excited about it. It has like these gorgeous, don't know if you're seeing, like, there we go. I have to block my face for my camera to focus on other things. So it's like a muted reddish purple with blue purple sections in it. It's really, really pretty. Yeah, I can't wait to get to this. And this is a singles base. The Hagrid's umbrella is everyday, is a sock base and merino nylon, and the color, which is Primrose Yarn Company. This is called Zipline. This is also Primrose Yarn Company. I feel like every time I buy Primrose, it ends up, I haven't bought a lot of it, but every time I buy it, it ends up in a project. So I think I have more Primrose coming up in some of the other whips that I have. And yeah. Anyway, so that's that whip. I think I've talked about it enough. Yeah, I was looking, oh yeah, here it is. Okay, let me show you what the spec looks like so you can understand there we go. So see those, that's the spec of this shawl. So I am almost done with section 3 right here, and looking forward to moving into section 4, because see all that MC over there, that is all garter, and this is the smallest lace block right there. So yeah, that is that. Okay, my Durrami sweater also got some attention. I really was working a lot on that shawl because I just want to get it off the needles. It's very close to being off the needles. I started in October, and I picked it up and put it down because I had other things going along, like Christmas knitting that I was doing, and then other works in progress that I really, really wanted to complete before, you know, just other deadlines. Life got in the way. I wasn't able to work on it as much. But anyway, so that I'm going to push hard on to finish this week, because I really want to finish it, because I have like 1, 2, 3 other shawls on the needles. This, for most of the week, this was my only sweater that's on the needle. This is my Durrami. It is in the current issue of Pom Pom Quarterly, and it is a design by Isabel Kramer. It is it's a top-down knit. I have already stitched down the neckband, and she has us put in a little contrast trim of the main color right there. It is I used Lavender Loon. Let me show you it up close. It's a really cool plummy brown, like it's got a lot of purple in it, and some flecks of a minty tealy green. Like I would probably call that a jade green. It's really, really pretty and intense and poppy in places. And then the this here, the triangle, the contrast triangle with the 2 speckles down here, I use Primrose Yarn Company, Like a Hurricane. It's a purpley black color. It's really pretty. And then finally, my main color is, I can get a good hand on it, is Stitch Together Studio, and it's so pretty. It's a really nice neutral. I don't know if you're seeing, but there are like sections that have like this really pretty pale blush pink in it. And it also has flecks of gold and, sorry, I didn't mean to cover up my mouth so you can hear me. Flecks of gold and flecks of pink and flecks of blue in it. It's just so, so, so pretty. I really, really love it. I'm just reaching down to show you the skein. So see it? See how it looks? The pink and the blue and the gold and browns and leaning towards black and purple. It's just so pretty. I don't know if it was a limited a limited release for her. I haven't seen it in her shop since. I follow her on Instagram, which I find is like a good way to be made aware of when yarn dyers are having sales or when they're updating or when they're having updates. It seems to be a really nice way to learn what's going on. And I remember she posted this yarn, and she had a bunch of I bought more than just this color. I think I bought a skein of something else. I almost got my furry friend on the podcast. Maybe later, because he's super active right now, which is really weird. He's usually sleepy right now at this time of day. Anyway, what was I saying? A Stitch Together Studio. So she had a few she was showing, and she was like showing close-ups of the speckles on speckles, and I was just like, yeah, I really, really want that. I really, really want that neutral. So I bought enough. I bought 3 skeins of it, so I have enough to make a sweater. So I'm really excited about that. So that I worked on that while it's a very mindless knit. It's miles and miles of stockinette in the round, and I guess eventually I'll reach a bottom where I'm going to have to do rib, which is fine. I can do that pretty automatically without thinking too much. So that I worked on while I was at work, in meetings or grading papers. Like I had said before, I like to have a mindless knit, and I was actually thinking about how I'm really working quickly on it, and I'm going to need another mindless knit. So hopefully something is coming up in some of my other stuff that will be mindless and can replace this one when it's done. I last week talked about a couple shawl designs that I was working on. So I made a lot of progress on the worsted weight one, which I'm going to show you now. I actually got to a point where I am stopped, and I will not be able to move forward on it because I am waiting for yarn. So this is a special yarn from Long Island Yarn and Farm. It is called Pink is Life. It was a collaboration with Christy Glass, and it was sold at Vogue Knitting Live, and whatever didn't sell, Tabitha did put them on her website, and yeah, she sold the rest. I don't think they're planning any more runs of it. But it's a worsted weight, here, let me show you, I have the tags. It's a worsted weight American raised and spun. There you go, there's the tag. That's a special tag just for this yarn, this limited edition. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. So I got skeins 72 of 80. There was a run of 80 skeins, and it wasn't that I was a 72nd buyer. You could see all the skeins. I went very early, the first day of Vogue Knitting Live, and I could see all the skeins, like all of the numbered skeins on the rack. And I was first looking for the lowest number, and then I was like, no, 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 no. What am I doing? Let me find the color I like, because there was a little bit of variation in color. So I just grabbed number 72, and yeah, so this is going to be, it's a triangle shape, so a center out knit. There's the center right here right there. And yeah, I am looking forward to blocking it because I think it'll get a lot bigger. And the yarn I'm waiting for is also a Long Island Yarn and Farm yarn. Also, did I say the other one is 70% alpaca, 30%? Or do I have it wrong? It is 70% alpaca and 30% merino. This is 70% alpaca, 25 merino, and it has a tiny bit of shimmer in it. She calls it Icicle. But I realized that I needed more of this yarn, so I am waiting for it. I'm probably about 2 weeks away from getting it. So I knit every little bit of the Christy Glass Pink is Life color, and I think I need 2 more skeins. I may even buy 3 more skeins of the pink clove color that is also it's a regular from Long Island Yarn and Farm. So when that comes, the other pinks come. It's I forgot to say, this is like another blush pink color. I'm into blush. I don't know why. I don't really know if you can see that it's blush unless I put it next to a white. So this here is a natural white. It's my stone wool Cormo, which is also going into this this shawl. So yeah, can you see it? You can see the little bit of pink now, right? Yeah, I seem to be on a blush kick. I'm not sure why, but I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna, you know, do my thing. So the Cormo that I made Snow Bunny, Big Bear Snow Bunny sweater out of, I had about 2 1/4 skeins left, so that is going into my shawl. And yeah, more about that in a few minutes when I get to stash acquisition. Okay, so I have another shawl design that I'm working on. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show you this, but this is another center out knit, and it's also Primrose Yarn Company. Yeah, I'm not really ready to talk a lot about this, but just to give you an update, that's what's going on with that. I will be adding other sections of different colors. This is one that is going to get added in there. Hopefully you can see those pops of fluorescent green that are in there. This is Primrose again. Oh my goodness, so much Primrose. So anyway, this is Primrose Yarn Company Sofia Base. It is her MCN Merino Cashmere Nylon base, and this is Woolen Vine, also on her Volk base, which is also MCN Merino Cashmere Nylon. So that is a definite with this sweater, this shawl design, and I have a couple other colors that I'm thinking I'm going to add, but this is a work in progress. I'm not really sure. It's a new design. I'm not really sure where it's heading, so I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm probably going to change my mind in the process of making it. So yeah, I'm going to just leave that at that, and you'll learn more about that as I get closer to making decisions about stuff about that design. I have a new cast on, and I also realized that I didn't show you this really cool acquisition that I got last week, so I wanted to show you it. Not the bag, the llama. Look at the little llama patch. I got this at Joann's Fabrics. I was there with my son and his girlfriend. They do cosplay, so they asked me, I was going over to have dinner with them, and they asked me if I would drive them to Joann's because they don't, they're both 23 and they don't have their driver's license. But even if they did, they don't have a car, and they live in New York City in the Bronx, and there are no Joann Fabrics around. I guess because they expect, New York City expects you're going to go to the garment district and shop in the fabric stores there, which when I lived and worked in New York, I loved that. I don't know why they don't go there. I think they're just really confused about where to go. It's a different type of shopping experience compared to like a Joann fabric and craft store. There's a lot more choice, and it's a lot of little stores that specialize in things and stuff like that. But anyway, I drove them there, and I ended up buying this adorable little llama patch, which I stitched onto this bag that I got from a friend for Christmas one year. I don't know. He said he got it at a yarn shop in New York City. I'm not sure which one. But yeah, I thought it was perfect because it's high contrast. So my new cast on, this is a new cast on for this week. I actually just cast it on yesterday. And this is, don't be shocked, this is another blush pink. This is a new design, a new sweater design. It's for spring. It's a short sleeve sweater for spring, and it is a top down knit. Let me tell you about the yarn. Love this yarn. This is from Sweet Sparrow Yarns. She's right here in New Jersey too. This colorway is called Queenie, and you can see it's Gosling base, 80-10-10 merino cashmere nylon MCN base, and it's plied, which I love. And it's a pale blush pink with darker, like sort of a deeper, duskier pink in it. I haven't seen this in her store lately, in her shop lately, but I thankfully bought a bunch of it. I bought one skein, I got it, I loved it, and I thought about what I wanted to make out of it, and I decided that I needed a sweater's quantity, so I bought more. And then I used a portion of it for my Big Bear Ski Bums sample that I made. And yeah, I have everything here. Okay. And so I then ended up using a part of it for that. And this sweater, it was like September and I still didn't have this design done. And then I ended up putting it on hold because it is a short sleeve sweater, even though it's an MCN base. So I had intended for it to be a spring or summer lightweight sweater that you would just put on over, you know, over a tank top or something, or just like maybe on a cool evening. And because I wear knits all year round where I live, so and there's a lot of air conditioning too in the summer here. It gets really hot, but there's a lot of air conditioning, so it's usually chilly inside. But anyway, this design I ended up tabling for a little while, and I have now come back around to it because it is spring. And I realized that I am going to run out of time. Oh my gosh, sorry. I got something's tickling my nose. I realized that I'm going to run out of time to do a short sleeve sweater and get some wear out of it. So I thought I should put this on my needles. So it is now. I have now cast it on. And if I can get myself out of shawl land, I will be working more on it. I'm really happy so far with the way it's coming out. It's my first top-down design. I've knitted plenty of top-down sweaters, but I haven't designed any top-down sweaters. So it's very interesting watching the increases happen. So you can see right there how they're going. I like that they're all ending up in the same place, and I'm still getting the spec that I need. I'm not so happy with the way this front edge is coming out. Like, I think often what I do when I knit a prototype for a new design is that I go ahead, I continue along with the knit, and then I'll make modifications in the pattern. So I think I'm going to modify this edge right here, because this edge right here is a little too straight compared to the slant that I'm getting on the rest of it. So it would probably be better if I've got some increases happening up closer up here. So I started the increasing on this edge right here. So I need to start it up sooner. So that'll probably be coming. I can share with you, because it's just, I'm publishing this pattern myself, so I can share with you what the design is. This is a design that I had submitted to Pom Pom, like, I don't know, 6 months or so ago. But they didn't take it. It was a version of it. I switched it up a little bit. But right down here is a mosaic knit pattern, which I can show you, because I freaking love this. So this just is so bright and cheerful. So down on the bottom will be a pattern that looks like that. The yellow in there is Ba Savannah, also an MCN base called Lemonade. So that blush pink with that bright yellow is just so pretty. So the way it's going to work is that the blush pink will be the whole top here. I may do a contrast color here on the band, and then the bottom part will all be this mosaic stitch, and it'll finish off with a picot cast off. And then the sleeves, I have like 2 different sleeves here because I'm a little undecided about how long to make it. But I think I'm going to make it a true short sleeve, so it'll probably end, and it'll be a top-down knit. So there's probably going to be a little bit more, see how I have it right on the shoulder and sketch. It's probably going to drop down a little bit more, but it'll be seamless. So that's that design. Hopefully I get this done this spring, because I did have it planned for last spring and I ended up not finishing it. So yeah, so I cast that on, and I'm happy so far with the way it's going. And it does take more thought when you're knitting a new design. And how many blush pink does that make? 1, 2, 3, 3. And then I have the pink, the pink shawl. Pink, 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 blush pink, blush pink. So I have I do want to update you on my impressionist knit along, the mystery knit along that Curious Handmade, Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade, is doing. I showed you last week I talked about it a tiny bit, and I said that I wasn't sure, that I thought I would wait, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna cast this on later today. The first clue was dropped today. This is Saturday, March 31st, and I ended up changing my yarn colors quite a lot, like drastically. I changed everything. So she had put up since I last podcast, she had put up a Ravelry thread and said, you know, show me your picture, your impressionist painting picture that you're inspired by, and, you know, and then let's see your yarn colors. So I had already picked my yarn colors, and I went looking for an impressionist painting that I liked, and I wanted to pick a female artist, because being an artist myself and having participated in art shows and art, there's a huge underrepresentation of the female voice in art, in artistry, and in painting and sculpture and everything. And you know, you know, it's just the society we live in, unfortunately. I don't really want to get into the whys of all of that, but I really wanted to spotlight a female artist. So I picked an artist. Her name is Birdie. I know her first name's Birdie. I don't remember her last name right now. I'm going to put it on the screen, and I'm going to put a painting on too. So once I thought about it over a couple of days, and I decided that I really needed to pick colors that were inspired by her painting. So I switched up to these colors. So this is the instructions say pick a dark, medium, and light skein. So this green from Ching Fibers called Lost Wind is my dark color, and then this turquoise and pink from Garn Stories, it's called Sushi Mit Balushi, and it is my medium color. And this light color, this is like so impressionist, this color. It's a potluck color from Hedgehog that I got, I don't even know where, probably from, I don't even know, some festival or fair, but this is my light color, and that's what we start with. So another pink. This will be my 5th pink thing that I have, you know, that once I cast it on, it'll be my 5th work in progress that is pink. But yeah, I'm really excited about these colors. These are so beautiful and spring-like, and different from other shawls that I have in my, you know, already knit, and my shawls are all in regular rotation all year round. So yeah, I'm super excited about these. My one rule was to use stash and to use singles. So yay me, I did it. I managed that. So yeah, those are all my works in progress, and my almost cast-ons. There is a couple other things that I've been thinking about that I want to just share with you. Oh my goodness, I watched so many EYF videos this week that I was dreaming about wool and dreaming about yarn. And I thank you for watching this video, which is not about EYF. So if you're all about that EYF, thank you. And if you need a break from EYF, well, here's your break. I'm your break from EYF, because I didn't go, and I'm not talking about it aside from just saying that I watched a lot. I learned so much watching those EYF videos, though. I learned a lot about the festival itself, because I do hope to go someday. Hopefully I'll go next year. I asked one of my sons if he would travel with me, and he's my adventurous, always up for anything son, and he said, sure, I'll come with you. And then I said, yeah, I'm going for a yarn festival. We'll sightsee before and after. And he was like, oh, yarn. But I don't know. I'll work it out with him where he won't be too bored. So anyway, watching all the EYF videos was a lot of fun. I learned that Andrea from Fruity Knitting bought her first speckled skein, which I'm like, wow, I have hardly anything but speckle. Speckle. Everything I have is speckled. But it was interesting to read, or sorry, to learn, to hear a lot about the little micro farms that do sheep to wool. Sheep to yarn processes. And yeah, I have a couple yarns in mind now that I want to grab some yarn. I want to get some yarn from them when opportunity presents itself. And yeah, I mean, it's helped me. I've been thinking a lot about micro farms, and there's a really awesome little fiber tour that's happening later in April in upstate New York in a little county called Washington County, which is just north of Albany. It's not too far from me. I really hope to go. I don't know. It's probably like 4 hours drive, so I would need to figure out my stay over, and yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm super interested in it. It's a farm tour of like 10 or 12 different farms that are all micro farms that grow small flocks of sheep or alpaca or bunnies, and they produce their own yarn, or they have it milled for them, and then they sell it in little shops that are on their farms, or they're, I don't know, it looks really cool. I am hoping I can go, because though watching EYF helped me learn more about wool and micro mills, and micro farms, I recognize that I live in the United States, and though I may buy Scottish or British wool when I'm in Scotland or in the British Isles, I should support local too. So yeah, anyway, that brings me to an object that I'm hoping to cast on soon. I will probably not talk about it until I do cast on, but this is I know, right? So I know I'm in my 50s. Why do I want to wear knitted shorts? These are actually knitted underwear. They're called Mamaluco. It's a free pattern on the internet. I had to go to I went to this woman's blog. I just put in that word, Mamaluco. And it's by Maya Carlson, which I'll put on the screen so you could see the pattern name and stuff, and you could find it yourself if you want. But it's a free pattern. She's made it in one size, but she tells you how to make bigger or smaller, how to adjust the size. She has instructions there, so it's probably for people that are a little bit more seasoned knitter. But I searched it on Ravelry, so if you go on Ravelry, you can search and you can see a lot of people have made this pattern, and I think they're really cool. I don't know that I'll wear them outside of my home, but the idea of like wearing these under I don't know, a woolen skirt or something like that just sounds really cool to me, like a nice way to stay warm. Apparently they're worn she's from Sweden. Apparently they're worn in Scandinavian countries more frequently than you'd think, like under skirts and stuff, just for extra warmth. Of course, you could make this knit leg longer if you wanted more serious warmth. But yeah, Ellie from Skein Deer Knits is making one, and I just thought it was a really cool and fun thing to do. So that is waiting for, I decided I wanted to use Plucky Knitters. She has a cashmere merino blend that in sport weight. You need sport weight for that, and so she has that in sport weight, and I am waiting for their next sale. So I have subscribed to their newsletter a while ago, and I just missed a sale, and I wasn't sure. I wanted some of their yarn, but I wasn't sure what to make, and I didn't buy any. And then by the time I figured out I wanted to make that and that I needed sport weight, I went back and they were done. And they do a reserve, but I'm hoping to buy from their I'm hoping they'll have a sale. It seems like they have them about every 2 weeks, so I'm hoping to get some right off the ready to ship, out of their ready to ship quantity. just drinking water today out of my CRO Game of Thrones inspired glass. No Game of Thrones this year. It's so sad. But I'm excited because Westworld is coming back this month, and so is Outlander. I do have a little bit of stash I'm going to share with you, and then I'm going to wrap this up. So I may have mentioned this before, but I signed up for this surprise club that Garn Stories. She's a German dyer, what she does. And I got my first 2 skeins, which I'm going to show you right here. I just love these. These are so Eastery. They just remind me of like an Easter basket. So she must have been like feeling the seasonal mood. And I had a feeling she would, because she was calling it, saying Spring Club. And before she shipped it, or before she posted the club, she was showing a lot of really bright, summery, spring-like colors. And yeah, I picked with this. If you haven't done a surprise club before, a lot of indie dyers do them. Hedgehog is probably the most commonly known, and surprise clubs usually 100% mean that you pick the base and you pay for the base that you're buying, and then you don't have any idea what the colors are going to look like before they come. So I was really hoping for something springy, and these, yeah, super happy. So this one is called, it's funny, last time she called them Surprise Club 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, 6, I think, all the way up to 6. This time she named them. This one's called Nevermind. And this one is called Land's End. See? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what I'll do with those, but I'm really happy. I picked the sock base, if you're wondering, which is $75.25, because the other option I think was a single base, and I'm really trying to destash singles. I just want to, singles are good for shawls, but they're not so good for sweaters, though I have some sweater quantity of singles in my stash that will probably end up being knit into sweaters, or I don't know. I haven't figured out what to do with everything I have in my stash. So my other stash acquisition is this gorgeous stone wool, 100% American Cormo in their Tobacco 2 colorway, worsted weight. This is for my worsted weight shawl. There's a section of it, so I'm doing the Long Island Yarn and Farm color for, or yarns for about 2/3 of it, and then I have a section that is going to be the I'm using the natural, the scoured white, and then I realized that I really wanted another color, so I picked this gold to go with it. So there's going to be a section that's going to be these 2 colors, which I'm really excited about it. This gold is turning out a little bit yellowy green on screen. It's a warmer tone, so I always I don't know if you noticed, but I do try to tweak the colors a little bit in screen before I launch the video. But I just thought, look at all of them together. I just thought those were so great together. I love that blush pink with the gold and the deeper pink of the Pink is Life color. So yeah, excited about that. And what else did I get? I also picked up Lana magazine. Also, I got Lana magazine from Twig and Horn, which is a store in Maine where I buy the Stonewall from. And they had this. This is a really expensive magazine. I don't know if you know. It's Nordic Net Life. It's made by a group of editors that are in Scandinavia. I want to say Sweden, but I might be wrong. It's a really, really gorgeous magazine with knitwear patterns. Expensive, like I think I paid about $25 for this magazine. It's a quarterly issue. Has a lot of knit patterns in it. It's got some recipes. Even the ads, wait, I want to find a nice ad. Even the ads are gorgeous. They look like, it's hard to tell the difference between the content and the ads sometimes. Because the ads are so pretty, like this one. they have that same sort of, you know, it's almost like they print it all on an ecru paper, so all of the ads get muted and like have a similar tone to the magazine itself, like this gray paper. There's a couple good articles in here, which is really nice too. It's really chocked full of content. I think the sweater that I like the most and that I'm most likely to make would be this one. I like that little slip stitch that's right there. I don't know, you know me, I'm probably going to use indie dyed yarn and I'll probably hold two together. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that yet. I haven't looked at it too much. I mean, I have enough on the needles right now, so I haven't really paid too much attention. I mean, I haven't thought about that too much, so I'll have to see. I'll see what I end up doing. And the last thing I got, this arrived just today, right before I started the podcast. I went and looked at my mail. It's a t-shirt from Knitting is Metal. And it's kind of this like really cute kitty cat with a ball of yarn, and she's got yarn all around her body, and she's got a really cool tattoo, and yeah, I just really liked it. I bought an extra, a size large, which I'm normally a medium, so I wanted it to be baggy to wear, you know, on those warm summer days, which are right around the corner. Yay! Anyway, that is about it for me. I am really hoping that you enjoyed this episode and that you please hit the like button if you did, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. It'll help my little channel grow. And again, I'm planning a bunch of giveaways, so I do want to, every time I hit a milestone, I'm doing some giveaways. I may do giveaways. I did a giveaway last video. If you haven't watched the last video, you might want to watch to see what the giveaway was, and that giveaway is still active. I am planning to continue it at least through April, and but I only announced it in the video. You've got to watch that video to find out what the giveaway is. And yeah, anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your holiday if you're celebrating, and enjoy your week. And I will see you next time. Bye.